Hi everyone, it's so good to be back with you guys. It's such a beautiful, glorious day today. I really wanted to do this one outside, but there's some kind of background noise and a lot of wind and it was going to be distracting, so I had to move it in. My name is Kathy C. Patterson, in case you haven't seen my video chats before. I was thinking, as I normally do in the morning, and I reflect and meditate on the thoughts that I'm having, which is why I have the book, Thoughts to Ponder, Discovering Your Authentic Self. But here's the thing. I wanted to read to you something that I ran across in my own book, and I was telling someone this the other day that I keep the book by my bedside and I read it all the time. But in the epilogue, I wrote this, and I'm feeling this today for some reason. So let me just say this. Let me say, vulnerability is real and sometimes results in the shaking of my own confidence. During the writing process, my inner thoughts ranged from I'm in my creative zone and nothing can stop me to who cares what you think, or why shouldn't someone listen to you? My emotions went from feeling like I could scale the highest summit on Mount Everest to the doldrums of one in quicksand. However, when purpose is clearly before you and the mission is given, the only choice is to stand erect, square your shoulders, take a deep breath, and keep it moving. So here's the thing. When I was thinking about that, I took some notes for myself. And as you know, if you have the book, one of the entries I did write before is, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? And the opposite is true as well, is another question. What would you do if you knew you could fail? Are you willing to take that chance and willing to be vulnerable? So then the question becomes, what's stopping you? One of the things that in my own process of writing and all the other things that I've done, all the other projects, I realized that it's fear. Fear is the most destructive entity you can have, because fear will keep you from following your vision, your mission, your purpose, your dreams, and your goals. The other is people, and we talked about that already as well. But I had this thought. If you plant a seed, you put it in the soil, and you forget about it, right? Now, obviously, things are happening under that soil because one day you may see a sprout. The thing is, you have nurtured that seed. You have given it the sunlight it needs, or if it doesn't like that, you've provided a cool place for it, you've given it water, and you've given it soil feed. But one day you look at it and wow, there is a sprout. So obviously the processes that are going on under the soil, you don't see, but you know something is going on. I read this really cool quote by this guy named William Shedd. And he said, a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what a ship is built for. So if you have something that has been on your mind and you really want to do it, but what do you have? You have fear. What else do you have? People. Remember, I call them dimmers. But you do still have to nurture and do what it is you need to do. So here's the thing. Remember this. It is your purpose that determines your mission. And in so doing, your missions set up what? Your priorities in your organizations. And it helps you to remain confident in who you are and who God has created you to be. The question is, what's stopping you? What's stopping me? I have some other things in my mind, but I'm stopped right now because it's just a little bit too much. And I have other projects going. And so I have to put those on the back burner. What do? Prioritize. I follow my passion. And so here's the thing. And this occurred to me during another conversation I had with some people. It's a 3-step process. First, you have to know who you are. Once you determine that, then you determine what your purpose is. And ultimately, it will lead you to your mission. And your missions take on, as we talked before, so many different ways that you do things, your assignment, but it should always align itself with your purpose. So the takeaway today is, why stop? I heard Pastor Michael Todd say this in an interview, and this really blessed me because he said, oftentimes we strive. That's all we do. We strive to make it. We strive to do things, but that's fine. But ultimately, promotion comes from God. So what we have to do is feed into ourselves, understand who we are authentically, understand what we give, what treasures, what gifts we give to the world. And as I often say this as well, when the gift giver is not the one to protect the gift. It is the receiver, okay? So if I give you a very expensive piece of jewelry, I've given it to you, all right? I'm the giver. When you receive it, you have to protect it. And that is the way it is with all things. So I want you guys to have a blessed day, and I will release my book signing and book reading itinerary for March. It's coming up. And I have several dates in different places that we may be able to see each other. So have a blessed day, and you be well.